Yo, hey, this shit easy, nigga. Hey, all I'm talking about, nigga, I'm still out here trying to get it.
Contender Regime Boxing, checking back in with y'all, man. What's good? So I wanted to talk about an article that I read on Boxing Scene from Sean Porter, Showtime Sean Porter. It was a reaction pretty much to Tszyu's victory over Carlos Ocampo, who we all know he's fighting at 154 now, has been for a little bit of time now. Went up to 154, had a very competitive fight with Sebastian Fundora, who was just recently knocked out. We know that Carlos Ocampo's claim to fame is, being Earl Spence's mandatory in 2018, I believe that was, and getting stopped in the first round by a body shot, one punch. So, Tszyu, he dominates Carlos Ocampo, stopped him in the first round with a series of punches. Looked very good in that fight. It was, you could tell that Carlos Ocampo really, you could tell that Tszyu really didn't respect anything that Carlos Ocampo was bringing. And of course, you in Australia, you know what I'm saying, you coming off of a very good victory versus Tony Harrison, and you go out there and you do what you're supposed to do versus a guy that you are better than, that on paper you're better than. You have more notable victories, you fought better competition on a more consistent basis. I mean, Tszyu is a better fighter than Carlos Ocampo. I don't think anybody expected Carlos Ocampo to be extremely competitive in that fight, despite how competitive he was versus Sebastian Fundora. So, all that being said, just to set the stage, apparently from Sean Porter's perspective, he feels like that Tszyu is now the favorite. After that performance versus Carlos Ocampo, he feels like that Tszyu is now the favorite going into an undisputed match with JERMELL CHARLO. We know that JERMELL CHARLO was slated to fight Tszyu, ended up having a hand injury and count. That fight got put off. Tszyu ended up taking another match, which was this Carlos Ocampo match. And I like that about Tszyu, staying active. He didn't waste no time getting another fight in and, taking care of business. And now everybody's looking forward to the undisputed match with JERMELL CHARLO defending all of his titles. This will be his first title defense of the undisputed crown since his victory in the rematch versus Brian Castano. So, highly anticipated to see Charlo back in the ring, and a lot of people have been looking forward to this fight in particular. Tszyu's name has been thrown around for quite some time now. Of course, he's the son of a very good fighter from back, late 90s, you know what I'm saying, from late 90s, early 2000s in Tszyu. So he got his claim to fame there, and he's a really good fighter, undefeated now. Been in there with Terrell Gausha, been in there with Tony Harrison. So, this dude has worked his way to be a mandatory, and everybody's looking forward to that fight. But apparently, Sean Porter saw enough in his match versus Carlos Ocampo that makes him believe that Tszyu is the favorite to beat JERMELL CHARLO. Said that Tszyu got all the momentum. Said that he's hungry, he's aggressive, he's confident, and what he's seen on film gives him reasons to believe that he's gonna beat JERMELL CHARLO. Now, let me be the first to say, everybody's entitled to their own opinion as far as picking who gonna win this fight or that fight. That ain't nothing wrong with that. Everybody has a right to be able to view things from a different light, from a different perspective, and that's cool. That's what makes this shit so lit when it comes to discussing the sport of boxing, talking about matchups, analyzing things, breaking shit down. I'm just here to be the voice of reason, to let Sean Porter know you out your motherfucking mind. You dig what I'm saying? I'm just here to be the voice of reason, to let anybody who thinks that Tszyu is gonna beat JERMELL CHARLO, you crazy as hell. Ain't shit that Tszyu done showed me on film tells me that he's bringing anything to the table that JERMELL CHARLO ain't seen. Ain't nothing that Tszyu does. Decent counterpuncher. Got good power, but I think Jason Rosario hit harder. You know what I'm saying? I think Erickson Lubin hit harder. You know what I'm saying? Like, Brian Castano fuck around and might have more pop. I mean, well, Brian Castano really is more like a volume puncher. He don't have a whole lot of power, but he got good pop. I'm just saying that, bruh. I mean, JERMELL CHARLO has been in with very good fighters. Very good fighters on a consistent basis. I think Tony Harrison, when he was in his prime, he might have hit harder or just as hard as Tszyu. I mean, Tszyu, I just don't see nothing special about the guy, to be honest with you. Good fighter. He got good counter ability. He can throw when you throw. He likes to catch you in between punches. At times, but sometimes he can be a little bit too patient. He can be a little bit too, waiting on you. You know what I'm saying? He can wait on you a little bit too much. He can be a little bit too, I guess, economical with his punches. With a guy like JERMELL CHARLO, man, the last thing you want to do is give him a chance to think. The last thing you want to do is give him time to calculate and to choose if he want to make the first move, if he want to be first, or if he want to counter. Let him be the ring general. When Tszyu get in the ring with JERMELL CHARLO, I don't see him being able to dictate anything to JERMELL. If JERMELL want to move, he can box circles around Tszyu. If he want to move, he can box circles around Tszyu. If he want to fight Tszyu from mid-range or in a pocket, advantage CHARLO. Big left hooks and right hooks to the body, big left hooks to the head. You know what I'm saying? Big strong jabs, big straight right coming down the middle. You know what I'm saying? Big right hooks to the body. You know what I'm saying? The athleticism is something that Tszyu never seen. He get in the ring with JERMELL CHARLO, I'm telling y'all, bro, the man gonna get his ass whooped. But all I'm saying is keep that same energy when they do fight, because these people that saying that Tszyu is the favorite and people saying that JERMELL CHARLO faked the injury to duck out of a fight with Tszyu, because y'all still, even though this man is undisputed, even though JERMELL CHARLO has accepted all the smoke, even though this guy ain't never turned down no phase, people still try to find a way to discredit this man. So if you gonna build him up, when he get knocked the fuck down, give JERMELL CHARLO his credit, bruh. Keep that same energy. If you build up these guys, that's the one thing I hate about the sport. You know what I'm saying? And the way motherfuckers get built up, and then when they get knocked down, all of a sudden, they, you know what I'm saying, they ain't shit. All of a sudden, motherfuckers was telling me JERMELL CHARLO, man, he can't beat Brian Castano in the rematch, and then he go out there and whoop his ass. I got people in the comments telling me, well, JERMELL CHARLO, he was way too big for Brian Castano. You know what I'm saying? He gonna be bigger than Tszyu too. So what you talking about? He gonna be bigger, stronger, faster, smarter, more athletic, a better coach. There's literally nothing Tszyu does better than JERMELL CHARLO. Nothing. Nothing. And like JERMELL told, shout out to Stack Jack, you feel me? Steven Jackson did an interview with JERMELL CHARLO. Like he said, look, hey, we gonna bring him out of his comfort zone. Yeah, I ain't coming to Australia. You gotta come over here. You fighting undisputed champ. You gonna come over here. We gonna bring you out your comfort zone and, see how you react then. You know what I'm saying? You see how you look when you get in there with a real line. You feel what I'm saying? No disrespect to Tszyu, man. Good fighter. And, I think he's exciting to watch. Got good pop on his punches. You know what I'm saying? Decent counter puncher. And when he goes in for the kill, he has a good ability to finish. But this ain't something that he ever seen before, bro. He ain't never been in the ring with nobody like JERMELL CHARLO, bro. And when you getting JERMELL coming off of some time off, hungry, ready to touch something, you feel me? Man, this dude gonna get his ass whooped versus JERMELL CHARLO. I'm just here to be the voice of reason. Y'all can disagree with me. That's cool. Y'all can have everybody's entitled to their own opinion. All I'm saying is, Sean Porter, you out your damn mind And anybody who thinks that Tszyu is the favorite going into a fight with the undisputed champ JERMELL CHARLO, I hope you bet everything you own on it so you can lose it. You know what I'm saying? Because you deserve it with that line of thinking. Y'all let me know what y'all think down in the comments. Is Tszyu now the favorite? Coming off of a Carlos Ocampo win. Does that make him the favorite versus JERMELL CHARLO? Y'all let me know what y'all think, man. Contender regime boxing. I'll holler at y'all boys, man.